comment, nobody will stop us, stop our movement. So what you're doing? Connected or not yet connected?
Other participants, please don't. This is exclusively for live casting and recording the session. Requesting all of you not to join.
Recording, you can record through phone.
Connect from this.
Take time, not connected.
So morning actually we live stream, sir.
Okay.
The clarity is not good. Sound audio is not good.
They're waking. That's what.
You better start, sir.
Okay. Let it be.
At least I'll have this audio.
Yes.
Or shall I copy this PPT?
Yeah.
So that I'll share the screen there.
Okay. Shall I give? Give it to me. Better. You can share it. Don't want to make much time. Okay.
You are also connected with your data, right? Let's come with. Okay. This port is not working. Okay, I'll go with this, right? Yes.
Right. Sorry for the technical inconvenience. Let's begin again. See, basically, in a research, the expectation versus reality is completely mismatched in a research. Even in paper writing also, expectation and the reality is completely missing. So we are expecting during our paper publication, during our proposal submission, during our research, yes, there is the proper guidelines will be there. People are ready to support you. Professor will support you. Research, I mean, contemporary researchers will support you in the right way. That way we can get right information whenever it is required. Like a road, highways road. However, the reality is completely mismatching. I mean, those who are all started in the full-time career, research career, such kind of faculty members and members may know aware what are all the difficulties and challenges are there during the research career. Yes, it is like you can compare the perception versus reality. Reality is entirely changed. However, we must have that growth mindset about the research. Yes, nobody will support you. Even though I can do better, you must believe in yourself than the others. That is the first and foremost key thing is required for your research. You should believe in yourself. Don't depend on others. People will talk a lot, but very, very limited people will come forward to support you. So that is the reality in the case of research. See, those who are completed the research, you know very well. We have started but we don't know whether we have completed honestly or not honestly. That we know very well. That is the thing about it. And during your research, wherever you are submitting, you know there are many people are there to criticize. Some people will support you. Some people will give opposite comment to you. If you are given, if you mention one statement, if you are given one result, they are ready to oppose everything. So anyhow, you researcher, you faculty member, you have to publish, you have to complete your research. You see from this picture, they all are waiting to give right input, to cut some part of your paper, to give comments to you. However, if you cross everything, you can enjoy the healthy point. That's called your paper accepted. Basically, you know what about the research and all? Yes, to get PhD and masters, then solutions to the complex problem, to make a new idea, to develop a product project, to improve your life with respect to the financial. Many people having the human desires. This is the basic things why we have started the research career or PhD. Very simple thing. What is PhD? If you are not started, please identify the problem. Here is the problem started. People will ask, what is the problem statement? What is the problem statement, sir? How to identify the problem? What is my problem statement? That is the problem. First thing, identify the problem. Second one, find out the solution. What about the others doing? Find out what others have done with respect to the concerned problem. Then third one, develop your own solution and show your solution is perfect, meeting all the demands. That is the fourth step for our research. First thing, identify your research. Second, find and identify what are the other contemporary researchers contributed with the same domain. Third one, develop your own solution in order to mitigate that others what they have done it. Last one, show your proposed solution, your proposed algorithm, your proposed mechanism, your proposed design, your proposed device will meet all the demands for the particular application. This is about research. Research may have different varieties of views and points. What is the literal meaning? Research is scientific and systematic approach to find an answer. We shouldn't say that reverse engineering somehow will work it out, but many times it will not work it out. It must have a systematic and scientific approach. Then only it will be acceptable. And logical, methodological procedure for solving the problem and discovering new things. We can't say that morning the output will come, sir, evening the output will not come, sir. Many people from VC will find the solutions that in microwave lab, if the external temperature is keep on increasing, internally the device will not work. Why? Because the dielectric constant and permittivity will play with the external temperature. We cannot expect the output what we get in the morning. So that kind of problem should not arise in the case of research. It should be logical, should be approachable, and it should be reliable at all cost of time. And very simple meaning of research, there is the problem, and you have to find the answer. Research, search again, research again, you find the answer. That is the meaning of researchers. And what is the reason? The teacher should publish the paper. In fact, our institution, for semester, the teachers, the faculty members should publish at least one paper in a semester. I don't think so. What Siddharth Institute of Engineering and Technology is following. However, we are following the rules. But in my point of view, teacher must compulsory publish at least one paper per semester. Then only at the end of 10th year, you can say that I have 20 number of publications at least. Otherwise, a young teacher, a new teacher, you cannot compare with young teacher with experienced teacher. In olden days, teaching alone, number of subject, the pass percentage alone, one of the key metrics. Nowadays, the teaching is having the weightage of 10%. So the teacher, please pay attention on your research. You are having students in your hand, ask them to do some activities. You can give right work to the student. Thereby you can publish the paper in a sequential way or in a semester one in way. It is part of academic life, personal satisfaction, establish a reputation and build a career, build a knowledge, sharing, teaching, scholarly research material, academic career progression. It allows you to travel all over the world. It's happened to me. Because of my research photonics, almost I have given more than 10 to 15 countries in the same presentation. So it is possible. If really you are interested, your research area is keen, people across the world will ask you to give, to share your expertise. And you become known expertise in an area. In photonics, almost in India, people will aware about photonic crystal. Yes, Dr. Robinson is there at Pudukkottai. They know very well about my area. Likewise, you can build your research, thereby you will be popularly known across the country, across the world. And let's come back to the paper level. Basically, it is a review paper, regular paper, letter, book chapter, and book. Okay. A review paper in the sense, nowadays, these kinds of paper you can publish. Review paper in the sense, you can collect many number of papers and consolidate, categorize it, and summary. It is the review paper. Here, it is not necessary to initiate, to contribute any kinds of work. Okay, but in one way, we have published one paper in Springer where we have identified around 200 and around 250 papers. We categorized and we have written the survey paper review. At the end, we identified the problem and we designed to solve the problem and we have published. That is also possible. Review paper, not only for review, you can also contribute, then it may be published. That's the review paper. Second one, regular paper, your regular research work, that is called regular paper. Okay, and letters, it is for 3 pages will be there. You can get very quick response from the letters. If you publish your paper in the letters, you can get very quick response. Another thing, book chapter and book. There is book chapter is there and book is also you can publish. But as far as teacher in concern, researcher in concern, PG student in concern, we require either letters, research paper, that is the regular paper, or a review paper. Initially, it will take much time to write the review paper. You will not believe that after submitting my thesis, I have submitted my review paper. It is accepted. Many supervisors will ask, first you have to write the review paper, then only you can start the work. But in reality, as a full-time scholar, I am finding very difficult to write the review paper at the earliest stage. Why? Because I have not much idea about it. After completing my research, then only came to know that what are all the research is done by other contemporary researchers, what are all the problem statement, in what way I can give right solution to the concerned problem, and then it is accepted. So it's my personal experience. However, for other researchers, you can initiate early in the span. And where you can publish, okay, you can publish conference and international. I recently conference and international is not having much impact. I don't know what is the reason behind it, but during my research career, I walk away from India to Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia, Sri Lanka, and some other country to present a paper in a conference. But nowadays, people are looking for, I need only one certificate. I am not interested to coming forward to present. But you can get a rich amount of information once you are in the conference. My advice is, if you are going to present your paper in a conference, kindly ensure that you are working data mining, or you are working 6G technology, or you are working wireless communication or antenna. Your conference theme must be related to your working area. Then only you can get the information from the panel discussion or other contemporary researcher. Otherwise, it's very, very hard to get the information. And next one is journals. I advise you to submit your paper in a peer-reviewed journals. I received information that your paper will be published within 3 days. I don't know how it is possible. And they have stated that impact factor is 7.8, 8.9, 10.8 something and all. Don't believe such kind of bogus journal. Ensure that peer-reviewed journals. What about the peer-reviewed journals? You are doing one research and it is prepared in terms of manuscript. The manuscript will be sent to other contemporary researchers from your list or other than your list, and they will send a comments to you. From the comments, whether this paper will be accepted or not accepted will be mentioned. That is called peer review journal. And the IET, hope you know that I think we are having IET forum at Siddharth Institute. That is called double blind review. I think one of my scholars submitted IET technical review journal. Initially, once we have submitted, after 3 months, we receive the comments of the paper. 3 reviewer has given the comments. So first 3 set of reviewers, 3 reviewers. So we have answered. After submitting the paper, again we are getting another 3 more reviewers. That is 6 number of reviewers has given their comments for our paper. That is called double blind paper, double blind review. Peer review in the sense, once you are submitting the paper, your paper will be sent to the 3 anonymous reviewers and you will receive the review question. And after answering your question, then the editorial board will send your answer to the same set of reviewers. That is called peer reviewed journals. Double blind reviewed journals in the sense, first they will identify 3 contemporary researchers, 3 reviewers. After submitting your answer, your reviewers comments with the answer will send another 3 reviewers. That is called single blind review, peer review, or double blind review. Almost all IEEE transactions, IEEE letters, they are utilizing, they are following very simple double blind reviews and book chapters patterns. And as faculty members, if you are not having Google Scholar, please try to enable it Google Scholar today itself, and ResearchGate, ArchID, Babylons, and very recently Vidwan ID. I think hope you got NAC A+, right? If you want to become an assessor, NAC evaluator, earlier NAC will not ask us to come forward to evaluate the other institution. Nowadays, principal of the institution, and they have not asked senior professor, any retired professors working in the private organization or any autonomous body, any deemed university, you can apply NAC assessor in the NAC portal. For this year, it is over. They are asking Vidwan ID. So Vidwan ID is comprises of all. What's your academic credibility? What's your awards received, journals publications, and what about the your society's level? How many presentation is given? What about the amounts that you have received? Likewise, it is asking. So these are all some important IDs. It is required, right? Like Google Scholar, ResearchGate, ArchID, Babylons, and Vidwan ID. Okay, fine. So it's actually the Vidwan ID page. Here it will ask personal, expertise, experience, educational, and you can see in my score is about 10 to 10. A number of articles, others, project, award. Likewise, it will ask complete picture. If anybody not registered, please you can type it in Google Vidwan ID. You can register it. Nowadays they will ask everything, and you know very well about that impact factor. Okay. Impact factor is one of the most important one. In my advice, at least 0.5 impact factor is good. At least. Publish without impact factor, 0.5 is nice. Something better than nothing. Okay. So better you can go with impact factor. Impact factor is nothing but it is the ratio actually. Total number of citable articles in the journal during the 2 years. Total number of times the article were cited during the previous 2 years. That is the impact factor. But in my point of view, if you publish, if you submit a paper in the high impact factor based journal, thereby you can get more number of citations. Citation is also another important thing. It required. Nowadays, if you apply interview for any government institute like NITs or IITs, or if you are going for funding, they are asking what is your H index, what is your ITER index, what's your citations and all. So then only they are come forward to give fund to you. They need confidence on the faculty member, on the teacher, on the researcher. Yes, as he already started the work, after completing their work, he published more. Because of that, he gets some outcome, like in terms of total number of citations I-10 index and H index. So because of that, they believe that you can complete your research work, which in turn they will coming forward to give fund to you. And it is actually the H index. This is total number of citations. H index. We need higher level of H index. Okay. And one more thing, there are two varieties of journals. One is credible journals and predatory journals. Predatory journals in the sense they will ask money to publish your research work. Almost that is APC, article publication charges are available. Even some standard journals are available. That is immaterial. But other journals, there are many predatory journals are available. They will welcome. They will ask money to publish your paper without any review. Your paper will be published. And another one, credible journals like hurdles. You see here from the picture, you can see they will welcome you. That's our predatory journals. However, for credible journals, definitely you can get a review. Peer review will be there. Double blind review will be there. They will give a lot of comments against you. However, if we wanted to cross the bottleneck, then only our paper will be acceptable. Once it is acceptable, then definitely there is a proper recognition will be there. See, in my point of view, many teachers, many researchers, they are doing very nice research. However, they are finding difficult, that is called fear of failure. If my paper is not accepted in the credible journal, what my supervisor will think about my research, whether my research is right or wrong, whether what is the thing about my contemporary researcher, what is my confidence level. That is the first thing it is in the mind, that is fear of failure. So basically, dear teachers and researchers, please keep in your mind always, you should not have fear of failures. I share my experience. First thing, I have joined a full-time research scholar in Pondicherry University. My professor asked, Robin, you'll ask always Robin, my supervisor is Dr. Nakiran. One of, if time permits, you go and meet, very, very strict professor. We'll be working in morning 8 to night 11, 12 or 1. If suppose my professor is coming to Chennai, he will call Robin, where are you? I'll come to the lab, let us discuss. Likewise, my professor scheduled the research. So we worked a lot. He asked only one thing, Robin, I need only one paper. I need only one paper. The paper should be in IEEE transactions. So we have submitted a letter. The letter usually within 3 months will come to the, we'll know the result, whether our research direction is right or we are going into the wrong direction. We have submitted only 3 pages, but we received the comments from 6 reviewers, around 70 to 80 questions. That's all about my research is over. Just I answered, I am searching the answer for the first paper review questions, my research is completed. After I'm having many research problems, my scholar recently they are working my research statement. That's the thing. That you can get very right, accurate information, accurate review comment from the credible journals. And you have to ready to receive the recommendations, review questions in the proactive way. Don't think it in the negative way, you cannot grow. So this is the very big problem that I have come across, the part-time scholars and even some full-time scholars. One of my contemporary researchers, Dr. Valli, she is very nice researcher. I asked, Madam, please, you are doing very nice research. Why you are not trying any credible journals? Why you are going for predatory journal? She will tell simply, Robin, if suppose my paper is getting rejected from the credible journal, my professor, Dr. Dhananjayan, he may scold like anything. Then I don't want to encounter the pain. So better I am going the like predatory journal. So always please keep in your mind, don't think about that predatory journal. You should be stopped. Better you can go with credible journal. Definitely there is adults is there, rejection is there, but you learn really lot. And you can publish any Scopus, SCA journal, Web of Science, at least UCG care list. Nowadays it is there. And there are many available sources are there. You can publish your research work. So this is the Google Scholar. If you type it, you can get it, where you can mention your name, your research area. On the right side, you can see total number of citations, what about the H index and I-10 index. Basically, recent years, they are asking what is your H index, I-10 index and all. Even if you are going for autonomous, the panel may ask what is your institution, I-10 index, H index and all. And average experience and all they may ask. Probably the senior teacher may know very well about the importance of H index of the department, H index of the institution. If all teachers join together and publish a paper, then only you can increase your department paper, department publications, which in turn H index, I-10 index of your department, which in turn the institution. And it's one interesting thing that the highest cited paper in the world, one paper, it's around 3,05,148 citations. Only one paper. It is published in a chemistry paper in the year 1952. Still, many researchers referring this paper. It is the highest paper, cited paper in research community. And others, you see here, it's really wondering. The top 10 highly cited researchers. So it's having around 7,82,000, really great. I don't know whether Indian scientists, Indian researchers, Indian professor will touch at least 1 lakh, but I'm not sure about it. You see here, H index 242, 249, and 311. In my point of view, Professor at Siddharth, Professor at Mount Zion, Professor at IIT Bangalore, Professor at MIT USA, remaining same. Professor is the professor, right? Well, only one thing, the facility will be different at MIT US, IIT Bangalore, IIT, Siddharth and Mount Zion. However, the primary role is the educational role. The responsibility is remaining same for all. Okay, so we have to pay attention. It is including me. I have to still focus on my research in order to attain this level. And this is another one interesting thing. In a paper, how many authors will be there? You see here, in only one paper, the paper journal name is Physical Review Letters. It was published in the year 2015. In that paper, around 5,154 authors. The paper size is 33. However, only 9 pages. The content is there. Remaining pages full of authors' name. 5,154 authors. Why I wanted to share in the sense, basically related to the authors, you must know one thing. Primary author, corresponding author. First author, corresponding author. In my opinion, if you are the researcher, you are doing PhD, you should be the first author and corresponding author. I hope you clear. If you are doing research, you should be the first author and corresponding author. Okay. And the supervisor may be the second author. So that's my opinion in front of your research. What is the reason behind is, if you are the corresponding author, all the correspondence will come to you. Thereby, you know very well how to answer all the questions. You know what's happening. In future, they will approach you in a positive way if you are responding the journal properly. That is the most interesting thing in the case of corresponding author. And you know very well that retracted journals, even DRDO, Hub also face the same problem, retracted journal. It is published, however, it is withdrawn. It's called retracted papers. There are many problems for retracted. There is honest error, authorship issue, plagiarism, data issues. Because of these primary 4 problems, the paper will be retracted, which means that it is published, however, it not be referred by anybody. It will be removed from the database and the concerned author name will be reported in the journal database. Even in NAC website, you go and check it out. You can see some of the college, I think in India, Hyderabad, and one more college from other state, they have mentioned that these 2 colleges, NAC accreditation result is withdrawn because of the honest errors. I think you may come across such kind of issue. I don't want to mention the name of the institution here, but you go and check in the NAC website, they have mentioned. In a similar way, For retracted paper, they will mention the author name and the issue clearly in their website. Such kind of author is not possible to publish their paper, the same journal again. These are all authorship, editor, reviewer, author, these are all some basic things. And basically, what's the process? First, you are going to submit a manuscript. This paper will be submitted to review after clarifying, after checking the scope. We cannot submit engineering, I mean IoT paper into the chemistry-based journal, in English-based journal. They will check the first checkup. The editor will check it out, as I am the editor of one journal. I mean, it is in Springer. What's the first process we are doing? We'll check it the scope. If it is okay, then we'll go for review. That is assignment and review. Initially, we'll take a decision. We'll check the plagiarism. If the plagiarism is about 20, I mean below 20%, then we'll go for subsequent review. We'll identify the 3 reviewers and we'll send the paper to the reviewer. Meanwhile, we'll send the condition the reviewer. Please send your review comments within a month or within 15 days. Usually, we will send 6 different reviewers. If you receive 3 reviewers' comments, that's all will sufficient. Immediately, we send the information to the other reviewer. Please don't send your review comments. We have already completed the process. So, first thing, we will send the review based on the reviewer recommendations. We'll take a decision whether rejection or revision. If it is rejected, we'll send directly. Your paper is rejected, then kindly ensure the following comments. It is all based upon the reviewer's decision. And if it is okay, then the paper will send for revision and they will resubmit their comments and re-review will be there. Re-review will be there and acceptance and then publication. This is the process. After a revision, your paper will be checked and the publication will be done. One paper, it's our paper only. I think it's in 2000. We have started in 2011, but it is rejected in 2013 after 4th revision. In IEEE Photonics Journal, you can check it in Google, IEEE Photonics Journal. First, we have submitted, we got the comments. And it is following a double blind review. Second, we have submitted, we got the question in different perspective. Third, again, we have submitted, but finally, our paper is rejected. The thing, why I wanted to emphasize here, even your paper is in the revision, you should pay high attention. Don't take it in the grant. Okay, there is the possibility for rejection. So once you get the revision, the ball is in your control. Whether you are going to get the ball in the goal or the ball is going to out, that is in your hand. By handling the reviewer question properly, by the time your paper may be getting published. These are all how to prepare. You know very well. Just recent, I added recently. Paper and manuscript, covering letter, a research highlights, a reviewers list. So while preparing the reviewer list, if you are from Department of ECE, Siddharth Institute, please don't give the reviewer from your same institution. And one more information, you are Siddharth, one more faculty member from other institute, you joined together, already published the paper, same author should not be in the list of your reviewers. So you must keep the selection of reviewers. That is also a disadvantage for you. So please keep in your mind. Reviewers list, figure, table, figure caption, table caption, everything is most important. Recently I reviewed the paper. They are not come forward to write the figure caption properly. Usually as a reviewer, what's our first item in the sense, we'll check the abstract, title, conclusion, figure caption and headings. If it is proper, then we'll go for the further readings. Otherwise, from the first level itself, it will be rejected. And yes, for physics, chemistry, nanophotonics, nanoelectronics, they are asking graphical abstract. And recently, they're asking impact statement. Okay, you are doing research, you have complete research. What is the impact? Such kind of information is asked by the journal publishers recently. And most importantly, the faculty members from computer science, if you are really doing with NSS simulator, wireless network, 6G, Python, IoT, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, they are asking availability of materials, computer networks, journal and computer networks, wireless networks. They are asking availability of materials, which means that based on their requirement, they will ask your code, source code. You are ready to provide. So one journal, we have submitted the paper, we have stated that availability of material, no, simply they have rejected. Usually we are not having the code. The professor already completed the work and he has taken the code along with him. So we are not having that code. So we have submitted because of non-availability of material, the paper is rejected. And these are all the materials that you're supposed to prepare and you must have in your hand. And once you have submitted, you'll get the PDF and paper ID, you can get it, and reviewers will be assigned. Here, two possibilities. From your list will be assigned, or they will have their own list. They will arrange according to their requirement. And some journal, they will give the plagiarism report, turn it on, or Urgund. Most probably journals, they are following, turn it on. Some journal, they will mention directly, you are having the plagiarism level so-and-so percentage, so we are, it is not recommended to publish. And review comments, review replay, kindly keep in your mind, you have to replay the review within the short span of time. And author's response to the reviewer comments, covering letter, then your paper may be accepted. And then you may submit copyright form, open access, color print option. Nowadays, printing is not at all possible. Everything is converted into e-journal. Then they will go for PDF proof edit, try to complete it very quickly. Then your paper will be published online. This process is taken minimum of 3 months to maximum of a year. Maximum of a year. With respect to research in concern, what's my perspective is, one paper must be in progress. Progress in the sense, review process. And you must have one paper in written phase. And sometime you have to simulate it. And one time you have to read it. There are 4 processes. One thing in the publication review process. One more thing, you are in the written phase after completing your simulation and written phase. One thing in simulation phase, one thing is idea generation phase. Likewise, if you are really doing along with your research members, research team, thereby you can expect at least minimum of 4 to maximum of 10 papers within a year. You can expect. So for that, you have to take a pain, you have to work additionally, then only you can get such kind of credibility. And this is about paper preparation, paper planning. Basically, in the case of paper preparation, after completing your research, first planning stage, then set framework for document, then prepare the first draft, then second draft, third draft, and fourth draft. See, once you are having the plan, take a white paper, write the subtitle and all, and mention what are all the information that you are going to mention under the subtitle, and elaborate it. You may have the first draft. Read it and correct it. Do the correction, you may get second draft. After second draft, you can give your paper into a contemporary researcher, collect the comments, and you can get your fourth draft. Once everything ready, you can go for the submission. In my opinion, please, you can start write your paper. Don't try to go for the copy and paste. If I asked my scholar to write the paper, first thing, they will go for the internet, they will search the related paper, they'll take in the related information from different sources and consolidate it, and they are given to me. Simply I'll send the query to Urgund or to Turnitin, it shows the plagiarism report. And then I ask the scholars, please don't copy, start write, no problem. You can take a single side paper or you can take a paper. First, you have to plan like this, start write. If there is any grammar, no problem. We are having the grammar correction software, will do it. If you prepare, if you do like this, it is very, very easy. But in my experience, very, very limited number of faculty members and researchers are doing it. That is the reason behind it. Very limited number of faculty member alone having the highest number of applications in India. And this is about the basic thing. Yes. In a paper, what are all the titles are there? Title, abstract, keyword, introduction, then literature survey, method, result, discussion, conclusion, acknowledgement, reference, biography, appendix. These are all the possibilities in your paper. Title. It must be very, very important. You know very well, some student name is so beautiful. We can very simply call. So while keeping your paper in your, while keeping title in your paper, please pay attention. Your paper title must be enjoyable one. Second one, abstract. It's really very, very difficult to write. In your abstract, please, you are informed to mention the qualitative result alone. Try to avoid quantitative in the case of abstract. Next one, keyword. It must be minimum of 3 to 6 keywords that should be related to your domain. And introduction, it is one of the most difficult part. Almost some 70% of plagiarism will come in the introduction section alone. So in order to avoid that, better you can start right, thereby your plagiarism level will be avoided. And second one, that literature survey. Literature survey, it is also very easy. You must identify the related papers and collect the related parameter. You have to mention the related parameter with quantitative values in the case of literature survey. It's most important. At the end, you have to mention what is the problem statement. Okay, that is your background or literature survey. And methods, it's very, very easy. What is the design methodology and mechanisms? Results, there is no problem at all. You can get the result, you can submit it. And discussion. Here, many Indian researchers and Indian faculty members needed to pay attention. We are giving the result. It is noticed that from the figure, return loss is minus 28 dB is observed for the proposed design. How did you arrive the result? What is the mechanism behind it? That is the lack. So that is called the discussion. Yes, we are writing the paper. We are observing the result. We are simulating it. We got some result. In what way our design is giving such kind of result is completely missing. That is called discussion. That is called inference. If your paper is having perfect inference about why you got such kind of output, then your paper will be accepted very easily. It should be in discussion. And conclusion, no problem. Quantitative result must be mentioned in the case of conclusion. Acknowledgement, yes, you can mention acknowledgement if you do any hardware result and if you have done any measurement results and all. It is not necessary to mention. I have discussed with my HOD. So I thank you very much, my head of the department, to support to do this work. It is not at all necessary. If really they have contributed, then you can give acknowledgement. Otherwise, it is not necessary. A reference, it is also most important. Kindly ensure that for a regular paper must have minimum of 30 reference paper, wherein almost from 10 to 12 reference papers should be recent references. A reference is also most important. And biography, you can add as per the journal template or and last one, appendix, most probably for mechatronics and computer science and chemistry, mathematics research, they have added that appendix section. I mean, they wanted to add additional supplementary material in order to derive, in order to identify the results. These are all the common paper structure for all the journals. So along with the difficulty level. This is about the paper structures and literature survey, results, references. Yes. And one more thing, one more question you may ask. Sir, shall I submit a same paper in two different journals, two or three different journals? The thing is, it's happened to me. I am the reviewer of, there are many journals, as I am the optical person, I am the reviewer of almost many optical journals. Researchers from India, particularly from Hyderabad, I don't want to mention the name. I received the paper for review, day one. And after a week, I received the paper from other journal. And I got confused whether the same paper or different paper. I have not started the review on the same day. As I am the reviewer of both journal 1 and journal 2, the person submitted a paper, both the journals. I have both the paper. I mean, content is remaining same, but it is from journal A, it is from journal B. That must be completely avoided. So some of the reviewer will send the comment. I didn't send anything, just I have rejected one paper and I have given some positive comments to the other paper. But some reviewer will be there, they will send the information to the editorial board by stated that the author submitted, author is gone for duplicate submission. If it is duplicate submission, definitely it is a punishable one. That is, you may be banned for the publication in the particular journal. Please, researchers and faculty members, please try to avoid to go for multiple submission. Try to submit only one paper. Okay. And plagiarism and self-plagiarism, that should be avoided. You may ask, sir, what is the percentage, sir? It's very, very difficult to ensure 0% of plagiarism. As an electronics engineer, communication, bandwidth, quality factor, some of the technical parameter also shows plagiarism. So better there is a limitations, 20% you can have it. So about 20% must be reduced. Okay. And self-plagiarism is also not approachable at present time. So try to avoid self-plagiarism also. Okay. Yes. At the end, research, please start to do research regularly. You have to do the research regularly, at least spend only 1 hour per day. You can get a feasible result at the end and target good quality of journals. Try to avoid ABC, that is article processing charges. It is not necessary. For journal publication, it should be free. And if your institution is sponsoring in order to increase the citations, recently VAT is progressing it. VAT for one paper, they are ready to pay 2 lakh rupees for open access. The thing is, open access journal will get more citations than the other journals. Why? Because we can download it easily. They are going for open access journal. So in my point of view, it is not necessary that much level. And learn from rejection. Please come out fear of failure. Accept it, the reality. Learn from the mistake and try to do it. Definitely your paper will be published very soon. These are all the tricks that you have to follow during your research publications. And there is no way to get experience except through experience. Whatever I can talk, but if you enter into the research, then only you know the research problem. My experience will be different than your experience. However, my experience may give some idea. It may happen, it may happen. That's it. Last one, scientists are rated by what they finish, not by what they attempt. Something better than nothing. I'll publish only in IEEE transaction. I'll never go for any other journals. Don't keep in your mind. At least try to publish. Something is better than nothing. Such kind of mindset should be developed by the researchers and faculty members, other participants. Thereby you will publish the paper. Thereby at later part you can increase the taste of the paper. Right? Okay. So just there are many things are there, but you can see highly cited in Indian researchers, Indian professors, but really they worked hard. Okay. So with this, let me stop the presentation of article discussion. Related to this, if you are having any clarification, please let me know. Related to article publications, if you are having any clarification, let me know. Are you clear or clear? Clear? Yes. That afternoon, I know the difficulties, but it is enjoyable one. It is enjoyable one. Research publication is enjoyable one. In my point of view, our organization is holiday on Saturday, Sunday. We are having some research group. I'll send a message in the morning, Saturday morning at 5:30 to 6:30, 5:30 to 7. I'll usually send a message. Thereby, they will initiate their research work. Fine. If you're having any clarification, please feel free to ask. I can share my viewpoints. And one more thing. Recently, Anna University, they asked us to apply first supervisor award. I think even you can try it out. They asked 10 paper, 10 quartile 1 paper, where student, scholar should be the first author, or teacher should be supervisor should be the first author. The total number of authors should be limited to 4. Should not have any gentlewoman agreement during the publications. That's what I wanted to mention. In fact, I also receive many queries. Hey, put my name in your paper, I'll put your name in my article. Should be avoided. And even you can also apply ACTE Best Teacher Award. Now, it is also in call for. You can try it out. Where they are asking completely, what about your research? What about your academic contribution, academic accomplishments? Whether have you derived any material? And have you established any new lab? How many lectures that you have given? What about the amount? What about the research project? What about the pattern? Likewise, they are asking many different varieties of questions. So we teachers, we must plan ourselves according to the basic requirements, and we have to work. Thereby, we can enjoy our work life. So, in my point of view, teaching should be there. Apart from that, you have to pay attention for research also. Okay. So now it's open. If you're having any clarification, please feel free to ask.
In Anna University website, the Center of Research, we are having part-time in the internal and the external. So in the external, they are thinking one line. Other UGC under the universities also can be applicable for part-time external. If the other UGC means
you are eligible, right?
We are eligible. But so when we are picking the part-time, there is a bracket as per regulation. So there we are given means R20 regulation is still no. In the R20, this will come now. Which can be fine now.
Actually, as far as Anna University is concerned, we from Andhra Pradesh, we are not eligible to do research under Anna University. So first thing, part-time
one condition is available, sir.
lab.
Available when you are going there to register as regular.
For full-time, anywhere you can do research. For full-time, it is immaterial. If there is any young teachers, my advice is better you go and research as a full-time scholar. You can enjoy the research really. Instead of going for part-time. Why? Because part-time from the name itself, it is there part-time. Even in your mind, it is called part. From the part, will take small part. That must be avoided. For full-time, we know as a self-financing institution, we are having mammoth amount of work. We have to go for accreditation. NAC work will be there. NBA work will be there. Apart from that, that application visit will be there. Student will come. Parents meeting will be there. We have to organize the program, counseling, subject, paper correction. Almost from 100 works will be there. And also your class coordinator will assign some work. Head of the department will assign work. And department coordinator, application coordinator, accreditation coordinator. At the end, you don't know what's happened in the day. Will come with full of plan, and at the evening will not. Usually, I'm having the habit to write diary every day. What are all the to-do lists? At the end, evening after 4:30, I'll open it. Nothing is ticked. I'll start at the work after 4:30. That's quite nature. That's called actually the differentiate. It is unavoidable. Why thing is HOD is having some received some information from the principal. Principal sir may receive the information from the management. All are the growth of the institution. We are alone the members to grow the institution. There is no other go. But if we grow by doing all the work, our department will grow. If the department is growing well, institution will grow. If the institution is growing well, obviously we can enjoy by working with this institution. With this, let me stop. If there is any question, again, it's welcome everyone. Shall I go with the simulation? Okay. See, I'll give over here. Great, break. Just a brief. Yes. Rick, dear, I'll take at present 3:38. I'll take 7 minutes to short about this software. I give overview. There are many. How many of you completed the research? Please, can I get a hand? Very limited. How many of you not completed the researchers as a faculty member? Yeah, I am ready to guide you. I am ready to support you if you are selected in this area. If anybody related to, related to electronics and communication, you can start. I have given many lectures. From the institution, at least one member, they have started the research in this area. Very rich area. I have shared my almost all the experience. Here, there is the tool, it is called RSoft CAD. It is for to simulate nanophotonics based optical devices. Here, I am going to use two things. Two tools are sufficient. If you are having any department fund, definitely you can buy the software. Okay, one is full wave, second one is the bandsaw. Very simple. You can see here. Morning we had a discussion a lot. I hope you can see. Those who are all attended morning, you can get some idea. These are all actually that deeply edged based filter structure. To write the code using MATLAB, it requires around some 3,000 lines to write the code. So this tool is very, very easiest one. You can get the output. And here there are 5 different tools are there. For nanophotonics, 2 devices are sufficient. One is full wave and bandsaw. Full wave and bandsaw. Full wave is working with FDD method, finite difference time domain method. We can operate with both 2-dimensional finite difference time domain method and 3-dimensional finite difference time domain method. And next one is bandsaw. Bandsaw will work with plane wave expansion method. So by having these 2 methods, you can calculate the modes, bands, band caps, and by using full wave, you can get the output spectrum. Let's see. I'll go with bandsaw. Hope you have seen this one in the morning. This is actually PBG. Likewise, you teachers, you researchers, you can start your research career in photonics. Based on your requirement, madam is there. if you're having any interest, let me know that. I am ready to give demonstration through online. Once I reached back, I am ready to give online. If you, why? Because I can give to all, but those who are really interested, then it will reach direct to the current or concerned beneficiary. That's my interest. Okay. With this, I thank you very much for the management, principal, head of the department, and coordinator Dr. Priya Madam, and Dr. Kosalendra. Probably is taking very nicely from the morning, and all other participants, and Kupuswamy sir, and other. Shall I close it? So, sir.
Feedback from the participants.
Yes, please.
Feedback from the participants. So you leave the mic as it is, the column mic. Let's give that. Yeah. Any questions from participants? And also, feedback. Welcome. Question. The participant, please come forward and share your values.
Good evening, sir. On the behalf of Cited Puttu and the Department of ECE ATAL Academy, extend my deepest gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Robinson, Professor Head, Mount Zion College of Engineering, for making us aware of hands-on training on optical biosensor and about the way to the research. Even though the photonics topic is very vast topic, you motivate us to do the research on us. Your topic is very mind-blowing, sir. And then afternoon, the about the research articles, these are now very helpful to us, sir. As a young generation, we are very thankful for that. Once again, we are thank you for your busy schedule. You are giving us the valuable time, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Any questions and feedback? Very great, sir. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You're a master. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Madam, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your phone money.
Just take off. Participants, please take snacks. All the students, student volunteers, please take the snacks. Faculty members,